it's Fix It with Biscuit here, and what I'm doing right now is letting the air out of my front tires, because these are 35-inch tires. It's got a 6-inch lift on it, and it's really tall. Even with that step stool, I can't reach way up on the motor. So here's a little tip on that, is if you let the air out of your front tires, as long as you have an air compressor to pump them back up, only do this. But I'm going to let the air out of the two front tires, and that way I can lean over. I'm going to see if I can just get away with doing just this one, because what we're doing here today is we're going to get down in here in this Ford f150 4.6 motor, and we're going to try to change these coil packs down in here. You can see them, they're the yellow little packs there, and I've already done all the ones on that side of the motor. It's straightforward. There's nothing to really teach you or tell you anything about that side. This side though is you want to move your power steering fluid reservoir, and you have 3 bolts holding it. There's one here, and then one right there, and they're in, I believe, either a 7 or an 8 millimeter. I'm not really sure. I believe they're an 8 millimeter. And then the second thing you need to do is you need to unhook the bracket that it holds there, and they're the same. There'll be 3 8 millimeters on that. But before you get to this section, there's a cover that covers the motor here, and I've already taken that off, and that is 3 10 millimeter bolts that go right here. So you'll need a 10 millimeter bolt socket, sorry, or wrench, whichever you prefer. But the thing is every one of these coil packs down here, they take a 7 millimeter socket, and as you can see, this one right here is right underneath the fuel rail, this back one, and it makes it a little tricky to get your 7 millimeter socket down on that. So that's the one you have the problem with. Do a little bit of video of after I take it out so you can see what it looks like afterwards. That's what I'll do. So I'll go ahead and shut this off right now, and we'll be back. Okay, well, we moved the power steering unit over here. We unplugged this plug here, we unplugged this plug here, and these 2 vacuum hoses, and just moved them so we can move them back and forth. And then, as you can see, we have taken out this coil pack, which is right here, and this is how they've been coming out. They've been, the rubber boot's been pulling off, which that doesn't make this one bad. This one looks way better than the rest. A lot of these have been rusted right straight through this coil spring, and they weren't making connection, which is crap. This one's probably still good. It's an Excel super coil. I'm not a big fan of Excel parts at all. A little quick story. Years ago, I bought an Excel coil for my Camaro, and it ran like garbage. Took it back, got another one. It didn't work at all. Took it back, got one more, and it still ran like crap. I put my old factory one back on, ran perfect. So yeah, I've had bad luck with Excel. So yeah, we're just getting in here. I've changed the front too. I'm getting to the pulled that coil out there, still got one coil left there, and then the 2 spark plugs, and we're done with the tune-up on this, except for doing an oil change. But I just wanted to show you guys that what you had to pull off. There is actually another hose here I forgot that I pulled off, and it's right here, and it goes down to goes to the valve cover. So yeah, I'm gonna get back to this here, guys. I really can't hold the camera and do this at the same time. I don't have any way to mount it anywhere. I think I'm gonna build maybe some magnetic ones so I can mount my camera in different positions. But there's another thing that you should do is you should have your air compressor and take and put a nozzle down in there, and watch this. That's all out of that spark plug hole. So, and this is a really clean looking motor. That's all the stuff from that spark plug hole. You should do that so that does not go down into your piston and gum up your valves and scratch your piston wall and all that. So yeah, look at all that. So make sure you clean that hole out real good. Alrighty, thanks for watching, and I know this isn't exactly a step-by-step, but it does give you some good ideas of when you're doing this. So thanks for watching, and stay tuned.